Hello Land Cruiser gang. I like to think that here at Land Cruiser Scotland we're a democratic YouTube channel, and someone has asked for us to do an additional flex test. So Jamie Forrester put in the comments that he'd be interested to find out what the flex was on the Land Cruiser without any sway bar linkages at all. I'm going to disconnect the sway bar links for the 5th time and I'm going to do a flex test just so we can see what happens with the forklift flex test with no restriction from the anti-roll bar at all. And just in case you haven't been here before, just to catch you up, I've got King springs in the back with a spring spacer at the top, a rubber spacer at the top. I have a very thick aftermarket anti-roll bar. That's the white line, I believe it's a 26mm bar. It's really hard, and that helps me with my body roll because this is basically a road car. But I'm interested to see what the maximum gain would be by removing the drop link. So that is the tailor drop link that I installed. I've installed it several times. I'm going to install it again because I'm about to remove it. And we'll find out what my articulation is like with no bar whatsoever. Get out. So that was deeply unpleasant. And my other bolt has vanished at high speed, so I've no idea where that went. All right, let's bring this disaster down. Slowly if I can, quickly if I can't. Right, I'm going to bring the forklift in, flex up this side, see how much it compresses, and see how much it expands on the other side. There's a very good chance here that what's actually going to happen is that my springs are going to fall out of the other side. And if that happens, I'm in a world of pain, because then I need to work on the car while it's hoisted on a forklift. Fingers crossed. I should point out that I've had absolutely no forklift training. I am just making this up as I go along. How much penetration have I got? I'll get a little bit more penetration, I think. There you go, that feels good. Still compressing, it's actually rolling my forklift forward a little bit. Can't believe I'm going under this now. Okay, that's still fairly solid. Not falling out yet. Okay, I'm officially calling that max flex, but we're not yet on the bump stops. We've still got some space before we hit the bump stops. So that is, I mean, what would be the limiting factor there then? Because it's no longer the anti-roll bar, and it's not tire contact. So I'm curious here what the limiting factor is now, because I'm not on the bump stop, I'm not on the anti-roll bar, I'm not contacting any of the wheel arch or anything like that. So I'm just thinking the limit of the articulation now is probably the hydraulic shock itself, the rear shock absorber, it's like a hydraulic ram really. I would expect that is now the limiting factor on my droop and my articulation. Let me know what you think of that theory. Let me measure it. All right, Jamie Forrester, if that is in fact your real name, this is for you. Well, this isn't what I expected. That is 7 and a bit centimeters of compression this side. And over here, 23 centimeters. So that means that's the same as the trail tailors. Let me measure that again. 7 centimeters. 23 and a bit. Well, that's fascinating and not at all what I expected. Those are the same measurements as that I got with the trail tailor extended drop links, which would indicate to me that even, because I was thinking, like, could I put an even longer drop link on it and get even more articulation? But whatever the restriction is here now that's binding and restricting flex, it's not the drop links at all, because they're now disconnected and I'm getting 7 centimeters and 23. And the good news is that my springs didn't fall out. Well, in that case, I'm going to drop it like it's hot. This old forklift has had quite a life. There we go. Right, I need to tilt forward a bit here. There we go. Well, that was fascinating for me, and I really didn't expect it to be the same as the extended drop links. I thought we'd get a little bit more articulation with them disconnected. So Jamie Forrester, that was for you. Who says democracy is dead? For anyone else, if you've got more tests that you'd like to do or anything you're interested in with this build, and I get it's not quite a resto mod yet, but there's a lot of work going into this. If you're interested, if you have questions, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for all the positive comments so far. Stay safe, make good decisions, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye.